What is going on today, guys? We are here for our first episode in the War3Zuk mod. Now, you guys can pause the video and read this to kind of go through a little bit of the overhauls, but the newest changes to this, this is just part of it anyway. Now, instead of being able to expand your inventory hugely through the pack mule perk, you need to find HD rucksack upgrades in the world and put them into your armor in order to unlock the slot. So there's a ton of new changes to the game, but that's just one of the more important ones. So as far as class wise here to start it out with, I've kind of looked them over and I decided I want to try miner out. You start with the shotgun and a bat as well as a bunch of other stuff. But the big thing I was looking at was the 100 forged steel and the forged iron. So we're going to give that a try, see how that goes here. And as you guys can see, you get a lot of pretty decent looking stuff. So we're just going to go ahead and read all these schematics up real quick here, just like so. Going to equip ourselves the shotgun and the bat there. And then we're going to go ahead and wear the helmet. And then as you guys can see, we got 100 forged iron, 100 steel. You also start out with a stack of iron, wood, and stone. So that ends up being, absolutely huge as far as starting stuff goes. But anyway, we're going to go ahead, we're going to go through the paces of getting the beginning quest done here, which is just getting a bedroll and going to see the trader. And then from there, this is the map I made for my off camera. This is just a 4K map, but I want to actually show you guys a spot on the map that I actually spawned by in my off camera playthrough and let you guys check that out with me. So we're not anywhere near there right now, but what we're going to do is we're going to go to the trader, get that quest done, and then we're going to use the debug menu and we're going to actually teleport over to what I want to show you guys. So just going to grab up a little bit of plant fiber here because we're going to, of course, go through the paces of making ourselves the bow. We're going to skip the stone axe, and I found this to be probably the best choice I've ever made. And just skip that and go straight to the Taz's hatchet there, because the Taz's hatchet is just basically an upgraded version to it already. We're also going to get ourselves the stone shovel right away too, and that'll be good. So let's head over to the trader now. And like I said, what we're going to do is we're going to end up teleporting ourselves over to the spot I want you guys to see. And the reason for that is this is something I would never normally ever do, but it's just a matter of I found this spot and it is absolutely incredible, and I really don't think anybody would believe it without seeing it. So I just have to show you guys. It's just something that you guys are gonna have to see in order to believe. Honestly, I was very skeptical about it, just even thinking of it. And ooh, got a lot of goodies here. First, I think we're gonna pick these up quick before we do that. Lots of coffee beans, damn. So actually, you know what we should have done? Instead of doing it that way, well, actually we kind of have to do it this way, but you get a couple skill points for starting out, but you can't hit the stuff at the trader. So we're just gonna go ahead and pick up some of the stuff. We're gonna leave the hops behind. To be honest, I probably won't craft beer, so I'm not much into the fist build, to be perfectly honest. I don't know. I like to, as you guys know, if you've watched other of my playthroughs, I pretty much like to shoot. I love being able to shoot the zombies. Basically, if it's anything related to a gun, I'm in. But as far as bare knuckles or like basically the new brawler style that they got with the books and stuff like that, it's just not something for me. But anyway, like I mentioned, we're just going to go in here, we're going to talk to the trader, and then we're actually going to get right out of this area. I am going to grab these blueberries though, because one nice thing about the mods is you can actually grab this stuff from the trader, so might as well take advantage of it. We could search them up, but encumbrance can be encumbering to begin with. So anyway,
So,
just
what are
say
you buying
hello to
today?
the trader here and get that quest done So that's that as far as that quest goes. We're also going to search these shelves because these shelves are fantastic. A little bit of honey and stuff, great for infection, other food-wise, stuff like that. Good drinks, and bam. Good to go. So now, again, I would never normally do this, but this is something I would just wanted to show you guys. So what you do is you go into your F1 menu and you type in DM, and this pulls up the debug menu. Now, the debug menu has tons of different features. I'm not too familiar with it, but one of the features that we're going to actually do is we're going to actually teleport to these coordinates. I already have them set in here. So I wanted to show you guys this. This city is absolutely amazing in this random gen world that I made. So we teleport ourselves basically right behind this trader here in the city. And the reason I am teleporting to here versus where we were, because we were actually down here. So it's not really that far away, but it would be quite a hike to get up here. So I just wanted to show you guys this. You can teleport yourself around with the debug menu. I'm actually just going to turn it back off because I really don't know too much about it anyway. But this city here, so far, I'm on day 3 in my off-camera playthrough on this city. I have found 13, yes, 13 traders so far in this city. And this city is not necessarily enormous or anything like that, but I have found 13 traders here. So I wanted to show you guys this because, like I said, honestly, I don't know that I would believe it if I told myself that I found it like that. So anyway, like I said, I just wanted to show you guys this city and basically make our playthrough off of this area, just so you guys can see exactly how neat this city is. This city is absolutely fantastic. I seem to have some really good luck as far as random gen. Oh, got a couple ornery ones out there. Let's actually shoot them from the top here. We can get up right here and kill these guys off. There we go. Still somebody else beating around on something, but anyway, yeah, I would normally never teleport myself around or use the debug menu for stuff like that, but this is something that I felt I just absolutely had to show, just because this place is, it's phenomenal. There's really no other way to put it. It's just a phenomenal place to check out, and I wanted you guys to see. I didn't want to show like an off-camera playthrough of it, just because of the fact that, you know, then you end up getting kind of too much stuff going on, and so I figured we'd actually do our playthrough from here. Now, where is this other guy being a... Can I shoot him through here? Oh, you actually can. That's awesome. Oh, I should have shot him in the foot. All 3 of those are feral, by the way. That's one of the new changes to this. There is... yeah. It's quite the interesting...
Trader Joe's. I don't guarantee a thing, except that I don't like you.
Another one. He's not feral, though. There we go. Get rid of him. But yeah, I would not normally ever do something like this, but I had to show you guys this. This place I think you guys are going to find to be quite interesting. Now, what I have found as far as stuff to do, and I'll show you another little trick to the trader. If you step over to the far right side and then click on his jobs, then you're actually able to see everything because of how the lighting works. But I would not normally ever do something like this as far as like teleporting myself around the map or anything like that. But
Well,
like I said, I
it,
didn't want to
fuck this up, or I'll cut your goddamn throat.
God, that trader's such an asshole. But anyway, I had to show you guys this. I didn't want to do an off-camera playthrough of it just because of the fact that you end up cluttering up too many playthroughs, and then, you know, people start to get confused as to what you're doing and where you're doing it at. And I figured it would just be simpler for us to go ahead and just run through the paces on here like so. So I just decided we'd go ahead and do it like this instead. So I hope you guys aren't upset about that or anything like that. like I said, it's more so to show you guys, you know, just how insanely incredible this city is. Now, this is, like I had mentioned, this is only a 4K generated world. I generated this map before I started the playthrough. And the reason I decided on a 4K map was I just wanted to try something out a little smaller, see how the random gen worked with the new way that they did the map generations. And so far, I couldn't be more pleased, you know. So anyway, we're going to kill this guy off. We're going to just set up our base out here. I love the bat, by the way. The bat is quite the monster of a weapon. And the shotgun hits like a truck, so I'm definitely going to enjoy using the mining class, I think, for sure. And like I mentioned, I didn't want to go with the same gunman class and just end up kind of going through the same paces. So anyway, we got some skill points to assign, but first things first, we're going to go ahead and lay down a little bit of a what do I want to call it? Oh, just a little platform to get ourselves set up. Now, one thing like I was going to mention when we were at the trader about the questing is I have found that on here, buried treasures are king. They are absolutely the way to go early game, without a doubt. Ooh, there's a freaking direwolf. Can you just like give me 2 minutes to clear my inventory so I'm not encumbered, please? That'd be much appreciated if you would do that. You just calm yourself down over there. Good. Walk the other way. That's even better. So let's go ahead and we're going to upgrade the spots underneath our chest so we don't accidentally pick up the blocks. Same with the one here because we're going to put a campfire down there. And let's go ahead and get this sorted. Now I've found, as far as like the sorting and stuff goes, I tend to like to put everything other than food now. And like, yeah, the aloe can go in there as well. But everything other than food kind of stuff can all go inside the first chest. And then I put my food related items right in here, right next to the campfire. That way I get a little bit of a sort to start out with. We're going to kill him off in just a minute here, but I wanted to get this set up here real quick. So just like that now let's go kill this guy because he's going to be a pain in the neck. We have an arrow. Let's get a little bit of a sneak shot on him quick. There we go. A little extra damage. There we go. And just search them up. They always have some pretty decent stuff in it. Another thing I have found is that as far as like using the bone shiv goes, I'm really not all about using the bone shiv. I tend to like to use the axe until I get myself something better. So we're just gonna move stuff around a little bit in our inventory, and we're gonna go kill Big Mama here, and then we're gonna head out and do a little bit of that quest. Unfortunately, we do only have one buried treasure. So as you guys, where is it at? There it is. As you guys know, you can actually use the debug menu as well to reset the quest if you wish. So like what I normally tend to do is let me actually get you guys a better look at this so you can see the whole thing. We still have 3 more skill points. We started with 5. But what I like to do is I like to start out by putting a couple points into here, and then I like to get a point into Master Chef for making the bacon and eggs. I also like to take one into Healing Factor as well. So those are the 4 that I pretty much tend to always start with. Now, I will keep working on the strength class just so we can make buried treasures easier. I do like to do a lot of harvesting off camera and stuff like that in my downtime. Like specifically overnight is where I tend to do most of that. But one thing to note is overnight there is some new changes now to where the zombies are quite ferocious now. Overnight, they are some pretty nasty buggers. My first night off camera, I ended up having a Demolisher and what was there? Feral Right, my apology. two of the motorcycle guys, and some other stuff, football players, stuff like that, was all spawned right next to my base. So I had one hell of a night clearing out them guys. It was quite interesting to say the least. I thought that chrysanthemum right there was like a fire hellhound or something. But anyway, as you guys can see with this is another little change. The circle is a bit smaller on here versus playing vanilla. So this is absolutely fantastic. This is one of the things that I noticed and absolutely loved. The treasures are a lot easier to find on here. And I'll show you guys my little method for finding them. So what I do is I go for a 4-3-2-1 approach to digging. So I start out, I dig 4 across the top, just like this. I start at the edge of the circle and I go 4 in. Then I go 1 slot in, so I basically have a ramp going down, and then I do 3 digs, then I go down another slot, 2 towards the end, and then 1 all the way down. And with this, you get yourself a nice ramp going, and it also clears out your first 10 digs. And well, normally you do end up finding the treasure pretty quick afterwards, but as you guys can see, we have found it right away just by doing that. But normally what would happen is I get the 10 digs in, and I basically be center of the circle, and when the circle shrinks down, then I know which direction to dig from the bottom, because basically when you're sitting at the bottom there, that's going to be at your treasure depth. So it ends up working out fantastic. I've never had the circle shrink twice on me yet, as far as doing these buried treasures go. So let's go ahead and we're going to get this. And as you guys can see, this is the big reason why buried treasures are so great early on. You get a ton of dukes. You absolutely get a ton of them. But now, you got to get all there quick, because as you guys can see, Sparrow White come with the buried treasure quest. So yeah, it's no joke anymore on here as far as the zombies go. It's quite a lot more, how do I want to put it? Exciting, interesting, whatever you want to call it. Ooh, that's actually got the helmet light mod on. Yeah, the zombies are definitely amped up a bit, so it makes it a lot more interesting. Now, one thing to note is our mining helmet that we currently have, that we got with our class quest, does not have a light in, so we actually got this one now. And I'm not exactly sure why I have a female character either, but I guess it works. So anyway, now we got ourselves a mining helmet with a light on. We need to work on getting clothing and stuff like that. But as far as I'm concerned, the buried treasures are by far the best way to go. Now, another thing I do want to show you guys here quick is with the living off the land, the 2 items from a wild or planted crop does work, but, and I will show you the but to this, but if you pick them up, you still only get 1. Now, if you punch them, you get 2. So just do note, if you guys are going to take that perk, you are going to have to punch them, because it's not set up so you can pick them up and, well, okay, how do I want to put it? The skill is not tied to the picking up action on any of the harvested crops. So I don't know, that's probably something he'll end up changing, I'm sure, but it's just something I wanted to point out so you guys knew in advance. Whether you want to call it a bug or whatever, I'm not sure. But yeah, just so you guys are aware, if you guys are going to be harvesting the wild crops, you are going to have to punch them to get the 2 that you're, whoops, I missed it. To get the 2 that you're supposed to. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and drop our stuff off here, and another thing we need to do before I forget again is make ourselves a bedroll, and we can get ourselves the wooden club for that first bruiser quest. Get that done, and while we wait, we can go ahead and just do a couple upgrades here for putting our bedroll down. There's that. Go ahead and scrap that now and drop that down, and then go kill this big old tourist here. Whoops, I missed. There we go. Oh, the stamina. Yeah, stamina is still a little bit of a little bit of a nuisance to start out with on here. Whoops, don't want that in there. But it gets a lot better. It does not. It's not nearly as bad as it is on vanilla. You can, well, obviously you get 2 skill points at a time on here. So as far as leveling up is pretty much what you're going to want to do to start out your game. Is you're going to want to level up, because you still do have to contend with the tiered system for getting the loot and stuff like that. So you're still going to have to contend with that, but you know, the traders are pretty good as far as you getting being able to get some decent stuff out of the traders. So the buried treasure quests generally tend to give you some pretty good amounts of dukes, and they actually give you some pretty decent stuff in them as well. So in my opinion, buried treasures are definitely the way to go. As you guys can see, there's more wolves around here. You'll end up dealing with a lot of feral zombies, so just be fair warned on that. Here's a feral again. I can't believe I missed that. I really can't believe I missed that shot. But anyway, you end up dealing with a lot more difficult zombies now. Another thing is, these vending machines have very good amounts of the candies, so definitely take advantage of that. They have tons of food and stuff as well. So if you guys get a chance to, and you get the money like this, go ahead and go crazy as far as getting yourselves the good candies. There's jailbreakers, pretty much everything. It's just kind of random as to how it spawns. So take advantage of basically what you can get in here, because it is pretty easy going as far as money making is concerned on here. It's not too hard to get some money. So I just buy a few different things that I know I'm going to end up using. There is actually a quest for cooking, which you need honey, beef rations, bowls, pears, and cans of stock. So if you guys see that stuff in here like this, go ahead and pick it up for the quest. I have no idea where the quests lead to on here yet.
Hey,
I haven't
jackass,
really.
can I lighten that backpack up for you? Wipe that smirk off your face. Doing
God, this guy is such a dick.
Got it.
In a way, it's kind of funny, but in a way, it's not. So yeah, all our quests are a ways away now. We can check out his inventory. You know, just get rid of this here quick and see what he's got for sale. But as you guys can see, he's got, you know, a pretty decent amount of good stuff in here. So depending on what you're looking for, you'll find the books are pretty easy to get in here. Ooh, I'm actually gonna actually oh my god, if I could just talk for a minute here. We're gonna go across the road, and we're actually gonna hit up that poppin' pills. And the reason I want to do that is because that'll get us access to the steroids. Steroids are going to be very important because of the encumbrance on here. So you're going to want to do that. Well, that would be my
refunds.
thought anyway.
Now,
So obviously he has no more buried treasure quests. So again, if you guys want to, you can go into the DM menu like this, turn the debug menu on, not go into the debug menu. And you come in here to the admin options, you can click reset quests, and this will reset all the jobs that he currently has to give you. So as you guys can see, we got 5 brand new different quests, and again, there's buried treasure. That's pretty much going to be all that we end up running. And we will get to checking out the other traders here pretty soon as well. Now again, that's not something I'm gonna like abuse and show you guys. Like, oh shit, no, don't scrap. Actually, wait, we can make a better one now, can't we? So we're actually gonna do that before we even, so we can make grade 3 now. This wolf is mad. Are you mad? Now you're really mad. Where'd the other one go? There he is. Boom. Oh god, that is so awesome. Love it. Now, I know before in the Alpha 18 version of this, you were able to... Oh, no touchy from you. No disease from you. Absolutely not. But I know in the previous version you were able to find other items when searching some of the animals. Some of them would swallow like a gun, or you know, you'd find certain stuff like that, tools in them. So you never know what you're gonna find when you're searching animals, so definitely take advantage of that. And you might as well get yourself some pretty good early game food as well. Animals are pretty easy to kill. There's also a quest for doing that as well, which is the gunman quest. You need to kill 40 animals to move on, and then you get into the HD weapon quest for it as well. So definitely take advantage of that. Now we're going to grab ourselves some plant fiber here quick. We're going to make ourselves some new tools in a minute. Nope. There we go. Ooh, he even dropped us some goodies. Hey, a little steel, and automatic weapons do 10% more damage. Beautiful. Anybody else? Alright, how much do we got? We need a little bit more because the Taza's axe takes 20 itself. So, or Taza's hatchet, my apology. And we're going to get that. We're going to get ourselves the brand new stone shovel as well. And these actually do sell for a little bit the higher quality that you get of them. It's up to you whether you want to keep them and sell them or just scrap them down. Doesn't really make too much difference, I don't think. But anyway, like I said, we're going to be looting this place because what we're after is steroids. Steroids are super important on here, especially early game. Grab them. We need all the rotten flesh we can get for another quest, which is for farming. Because you got to make the farm plots, so you got to get nitrate, wood, clay, and yeah, there's a pretty good list of stuff you're gonna need for the early game quest, or rather the class quest. They're not early game, but the next one for Bruiser is Steel Knuckles, which obviously we're not going to be able to do right now. The builder one is basically we just need to get some clay now, which isn't too hard. That's something I do overnight. Same with the next quest, which is getting the iron and stuff like that. The cooking quest, of course, we've seen. It's something we're going to have to work our way to. Engineering is a ton of crafting components. So same with mechanic, ton of crafting components. Now obviously at 100 duct tape, that's going to take a bit. Gunman class is the killing of animals. We need 40 of them, which is basically something you just do as you go. Farmer, wood, clay, rotten flesh, and nitrate. The only hard part there is getting the rotten flesh. You're basically just going to have to work your way to getting enough of it. The medic quest starts out with splints first and then progresses its way through the HD med kits. So again, that's something we're going to have to unlock as we go and work our way towards. So anyway, let's go ahead on in here and we're going to get ourselves some nice meds and kill off some zombies. Didn't know a rabbit could run you over like that. Oh, there's a Stumpy there. We're going to leave him be for a minute. Stumpy's not too much of an issue. I'm going to kill these guys. I think they come off the roof. If I remember right. No, they don't. Oh, yeah, they do. Okay. Now, the slugs do actually have pen. So if you shoot one with one lined up behind it, like so, you get them both. So slugs are absolutely fantastic. I still do tend to prefer the bird shot. I like to save my slugs for later on. The only problem with the buckshot is when you're fighting soldiers, trying to get through their armor, doesn't work out. But otherwise, the buckshot is absolutely fantastic. So anyway, gonna go ahead and got ourselves a first aid kit there. Got ourselves some other goodies out of the janitor's cart. And the shelves here are pretty easy as far as which ones you can loot. The ones here that actually have stuff on them with the sleeves in them are the ones you can actually loot. So you just got to take a look for those ones. And there's steroids right away, which is fantastic. Probably should have bought them ones from the trader, to be honest. Even though they cost as much as they do, I think they're well worth it, to be honest. I really do. So break through here quick. And a little bit of ammo. Nothing too special. Nothing up in here. Move on down the next shelf here. and lots of good med stuff. And again, just gotta pay attention for the sleeve shells like this that actually have stuff on them. More steroids, that's fantastic. And these are double-sided shelves, so if you loot that side, this shelf will be empty. Same goes for each one as you go along as well. So with us looting this side, this one will be empty, and you know, so on and so forth. So nice bits of meds. Meds are always good to have. Doesn't matter if you get hit or not. The one time you do get hit and you end up needing them, that's when they come in very handy. So just keep on going through here. Get all these lovely bits of meds and vitamins. Ooh, there we go. Got a beaker. I was just going to say, I wonder if we can get one. Hey, we actually got two. All right. So that's fantastic. If you need leather, this is where you can get it. But obviously, we're killing a lot of animals, so leather's not necessarily a big deal for us. You come into the back room here. You got a couple crates here. There's also a lab zombie that's just inside here, which deal with quick. Where you at? Not letting you touch us. No brain pox for us this early on. Thank you very much. Now there's still the, as far as I know, there's still the 4 super bugs or whatever you want to call them. Got like the brain pox. Was it crypt something? Cryptos or whatever it is. I can't remember what it's called. But there's that one. There's MRSA from the nurses, and then there's one other one which I have not had the mispleasure of having yet. So we're really encumbered, but I'm waiting to hit the steroid here just for a minute. Actually, you know what? Go ahead and hit that now. Then we can zoom around like we're batshit crazy. You can actually, whoa, loot bag. All right. Hey, we actually got ourselves a shirt. Yeah, you zoom around with the steroids, as you can see. We just haul. But anyway, another new thing that they've added to the game is these sort of upgrades. I'm not exactly sure how they work, but they're around the map in like in the dumpsters and stuff like that. You got to find them. I really am not sure how they work yet. I have not gotten that far. But you also got these searchable pallets here, which also have the paper, plastic, or paper and polymer rather. I always call it plastic, but it's always good to have. And if you get a little bit of extra that you don't need, you just go ahead and sell it off because they do sell for a pretty decent chunk of change. Go ahead and grab these up. There's also something right next to that box there as well. Right here. Can I get at it? Oh, okay. Alright, we gotta go through here. Just trying to grab it, but it's alright. Got a little bit of cat food there. Yummy. Yeah, not really. But anyway, some more meds. Tons of good meds here. I was hoping to get a few more steroids than what we've gotten yet, but it is what it is. I'm just going to chop that up for the leather. I'm not too worried about that. Leather's pretty easy to get. We don't have a wrench right now, so we can't wrench it apart, but if we did, we could have got mechanical parts out of it, which would come in handy, but right now we don't have the wrench, so we'll just have to wait on the salvaging part. Another steroid, that's fantastic. Whoa. It's a bit interesting to get used to the steroid to start out with, to be honest. Man, you sure zoom around like nothing else. Now you got the roof up here. The roof can either have a couple zombies or it'll have like a vulture up here and a zombie normally. So there's a couple things you got to kill off up here, and then you got the end chest. So you can see there's a little crawler there, and then there's red-headed lady, I think that is. Yeah. Just pick them off with the bow. Pretty simple, easy, not too bad to deal with. Pick up your arrows if they're lovely enough to give them back. And then you got the end game chest, or the end loot chest. And a little bit of padded armor. I guess we'll wear it for now. Get rid of the knuckles. Pick up the other stuff. And that is it. So that's our first little first little place done. We also have, oop, gotta kill the piggy. There we go. And again, I'm just going to use the axe on them. I know the knife would net me a lot more resources out of them, but I'm not too concerned about that right now. The bone knife is honestly too slow for me to want to use. I don't want to sit there and hit the animal 10 or so times. But let's drop this stuff off. We're going to go do that other buried treasure quest, and then that's going to be it. So I can show you guys that the first buried treasure was not a fluke, and it actually is how that goes on here as far as getting that stuff. So we're just going to drop off pretty much everything. Again, I don't know what to do with these mods yet. That's something we're going to have to look into as we go and figure out. But at the moment, I honestly have no idea. Really don't. So we'll get to that though. That's not a big deal at the moment. Just going to drop pretty much everything off here. Now we don't have a cooking pot. Wait. Oh no, I was going to say, does it actually come with one? The answer is no, it does not. So we are going to have to loot ourselves a cooking pot here. Or, you know, we probably have everything we need to make a forge. Let's get this one done here, and then we'll actually check that out. Oh, stumps. Stumps are a great spot to loot. You get a bunch of different stuff out of stumps, to be honest. It's pretty nice. You can get like the bowls of the warm food kind of thing, and yeah, it is pretty good. So anyway, gonna make ourselves up the rest of these arrows here quick. And what I like to do is I like to get rid of this grass before I start digging. I don't know. I just don't like my shovel swings to be wasted on hitting the grass. I know it's more of me being over anal about it, I guess. But anyway, I'm going to take another point into Motherlode there, and we're going to take our first point into Sexual Tyrannosaurus. And then we're going to, of course, get this done. So I'm going to dig this out quick off camera, and I'll be back to you guys to open it up. Alright, so we found the cache. It was just right off my trail down here. First hit into the right here, so pretty easy to find. I had to take a minute and go eliminate a zombie and a zombie dog, but there's also another bigger zombie dog further to the like the northwest over there. So again, tons of dukes, a little bit of ammo, and get ourselves out of here quick because these buggers come. And it's not always them, but when they do come, you don't want to be stuck somewhere and have them get a hold of you, because them things are pretty nasty, especially day one. To get them, mod creators got kind of a mean sense of humor putting them with the day one buried treasure quest, but that's alright. I love it. I think that's great. Again, it makes the game a lot more interesting, to say the least. So anyway, we need to get ourselves a little drink of water here quick, and we actually do need some food, but as you can hear, but we really don't have anything in here that I want to use, so we're going to check out the trader, see what he's got, and hopefully he's got something like a, oh, I don't know, a grill rack, or maybe a cooking pot, or maybe he's got something good as far as food goes inside here. So go ahead and see what we get.
Me wrong.
I'm going to take the ammo.
Get the hell out of
Ammo is
here.
always great. Let's check what he's got for food. And there we go. A little hobo stew. I'm not going to buy the rest of that stuff, I don't think. But anyway, as you guys can see, it's super simple to make money. Money is pretty easy to come by on here, as you guys can tell. So I like to buy mod schematics, and I tend to like to buy books as well, especially earlier on. The quicker you get through the book series, you know, or rather the quicker you start getting some of the book series, the better it tends to go for you. I think that's all we really want from him.
Shit, man.
So,
I treat you that good, and you don't even fucking tip me.
man, he's got a mouth on him. But anyway, there's no other quest that we want from him. Oh, I didn't look to see if he's got like a cooking pot or anything. How about no. All right, so
Watch yourself, stranger. I know some fellers who break legs for coin.
like I said, that guy's got quite the mouth on him. Sometimes it's kind of funny. Sometimes it's kind of you just want to tell him to shut the hell up. But anyway, before we go back and take, where is he at? Oh, here he is. Barrel one at that. There we go. Get rid of him. I want to check this dumpster here real quick. And only a pipe. I was hoping to get a rucksack upgrade, to be honest. I don't know where you actually find them either. So that's something we're going to have to figure out. Next episode, we'll probably work on doing some crafting stuff, the forge, and stuff like that. Now, with the other 2 points that we got, we can start working on getting into intellect, because we are going to need intellect level 4 for the workbench and the cement mixer, and that's something we're going to want to work on here pretty quick. Another thing we're going to want to work on here really soon is getting our questing perks taken care of as well, because we are going to be doing a lot of questing, and being able to get better rewards, more rewards, and more options to choose from is going to be fantastic. So anyway, as you guys can see, this is going to be a heck of a run on this mod, especially with how difficult it's become and stuff like that. So I'm really looking forward to it. I can't wait to see what ends up becoming of it and see how we can progress through it as we go. So just dropping the rest of the stuff off. Like I said, that's going to do it for this first video. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. And again, hopefully you guys don't mind me teleporting to show you this city, but I have got to show you guys this. And I will get the seed name for you guys for this map. I can't remember what I used right offhand, so I will try to remember to put that in the description box below the video for you guys. If for some reason I forget, somebody remind me in the comment section, and I will make sure I pin a comment to the video for you guys to have the seed for this. So thank you guys so much for being here, and we will catch you guys back for the next episode soon.